and we've had countless reports of hail and high wind. Now here is the current situation. Our front is now extending through the lower Mississippi Valley. Ahead of that boundary, very warm, very humid air coming up, dew points into the middle 60s as far northward as Louisville, Kentucky. We do now have 2 tornado watches in effect, one in effect in parts of Alabama and also North Georgia, that till 9 o'clock, and the other one now extending through parts of South Carolina, Georgia, and on into northwest Florida. That is the brand new tornado watch area. There are very large storms within these watch areas, and we do in fact have a number of tornado warnings as we speak. Now our team of meteorologists have been following this rapidly changing situation all day. That team is led by severe weather expert Dr. Greg Forbes, who joins us now with the current threat. Greg?
Some of the most dangerous conditions continue to be across eastern Alabama, where we're getting the best of all factors for tornado production. One of those is this tongue of high dew points, high moisture contents, indicated by dew points well up into the 60s, even around 70 down around Mobile. Farther to the east into eastern Alabama and Georgia, it's not so moist, but winds are a little bit more from the southeast. That gives a little bit more turning of the winds with height, and that favors the formation of these supercell thunderstorms. As the storms get too far to the east, they may begin to weaken a little bit because they're running away from the moisture. Then we have this strong cold front coming across the region that will bring an end to the severe weather across most of the region by later tonight. The temperatures pretty warm down near the Gulf Coast. If you get farther to the north, though, up into northern Alabama, northern Georgia, into South Carolina, there's a warm front there. It's a bit on the cooler side, so it's very difficult for the storms to get too far to the north into the extreme northeast corner of Georgia. The supercell thunderstorms with the rotation, they're tapping all that energy, are coming now east, right near the Georgia-Alabama border. Clay County has a tornado warning associated with that. These storms are moving off toward the northeast. You see these supercell isolated thunderstorms. They should be getting into the area around Marietta, Georgia, around an hour or so from now. There is a severe thunderstorm warning in Floyd County up in northwest Georgia. Farther down, farther up to the northeast, you see the storms lose their character as they push into that cooler air farther to the north in Tennessee, but they're still pretty strong in that warm, moist air. In fact, we're getting some increase of coverage of storms even now down into the Florida Panhandle, and a tornado warning for Butler County in south central Alabama. Continue to have severe weather this evening, even some tornadoes. Let's go back to Carl.
Dr. Greg, just to clarify, is there the potential for tornadic storms in the greater Atlanta area tonight?
Well, it certainly is the case that that's a possibility. The winds at the surface are a little bit more from the southeast, and then they swing around to southwest. So these storms are going to be isolated, but we will be monitoring those storms in eastern Alabama as they may progress toward the Atlanta region.
Severe weather expert Dr. Greg Forbes, thanks very much. Let's go ahead and talk about what has happened already, and we take you into Mississippi now. Very, very serious situation there. At least one person died when a tornado touched down in Madison. Weather Service reports say houses were blown off their foundations and cars were blown around like toys. Now, thankfully, the threat has passed for this area. At least 3 other people are dead in Mississippi. So a very serious situation, and it continues at this hour. Again, we do have 2 tornado watches now in effect, one now extending through northern parts of Georgia on back into Alabama, another one just a little farther along towards the east, central Georgia, parts of South Carolina, and on down into northwestern Florida. So we do expect that the storms will stay fairly strong, at least for the next few hours. On into Tennessee we go, and we've got heavier rains here down 75, anywhere from Knoxville into Chattanooga. The tornadic storms primarily east of Birmingham and also along towards the south, and they are racing off towards the northeast. We've got a number of warnings now in effect, and these storms are not that far from Atlanta, so watch out, especially in the north and western suburbs of Atlanta over the next hour to 2 hours. On down towards the south, more strong storms here just north of Mobile, northwest Florida, and again we could see a lot of active weather in northwest Florida through the night tonight. So there's your severe weather forecast as indicated by the red here, anywhere from southern Kentucky down into the panhandle of Florida, and we've got more active weather farther along towards the north associated with the same storm. This is a very big storm. It's affecting a lot of different areas. That moisture wrapping up and backing into the system and over top of cooler air. So we've got a chilly rain now in parts of the upper Midwest, the lakes, and also on back into the northern plains, and quite a bit of wind associated with this area of upper level low pressure. You can see the rain here, light to moderate showers extending through Detroit, wrapping around and backing into Minnesota. There's the center of the storm right in there. We've been dry slotted in Chicago, so not a whole lot going on right now, but you certainly could see more rain before it's all said and done. There is also quite a bit of wind. Winds now gusting to well over 40 miles an hour in parts of Nebraska and Kansas as we speak. Factor in that cooler air, and boy is it chilly. We've got wind chills in the teens in Sioux Falls and Fargo and also in Bismarck. Well, we also have some active weather on both coasts, and with more on that now, here is Sharon.
And we take a look across the east and also out to the west. We're going to find some active weather in both locales. We'll start you eastward first with showers. Pretty light here as we head through much of Virginia and Pennsylvania and down and through the eastern Carolinas. And as we go northward, we'll find a more tranquil scenario with some patchy areas of fog, and that will be